Hello, everyone. NB Geek, NB Geeks, let's talk. And I finally got to see Ghostbusters Afterlife after being either sick, injured, or busy, and not being able to see it. Bought it off Amazon Prime, figured I was going to go pay for it anyway. About the same price, actually cheaper because I didn't have to pay for popcorn or soda or anything. So, my impression of Ghostbusters Afterlife was both hilarious, heartwarming, and at times a bit tear jerking. So, I mean, we're picking up a series a third movie, that is basically a sequel to 32 years after the second movie. And as we noticed, this has not been an easy thing to do to bring a franchise back. But I'm going to say they did it not exactly on the level of Cobra Kai, but I'm going to say pretty damn close to that. So here we go. 32 years later, the Ghostbusters disbanded. There's been virtually no ghost activity for now decades. Now, the Ghostbusters unfortunately had a falling out. Egon believed there was something really dangerous coming. Maybe Gozer hadn't been completely eliminated. There was infighting, and I guess between the way the dialogue goes, between Ray and Egon's character. So they disband. Egon goes to Somerville, Oklahoma. Peter Venkman goes back to academia and does his own thing, which, spoiler, we do find out in a mid-credit scene that it looks like him and Sigourney Weaver's character ended up together, which was a nice touch. Ray's working in an occult bookstore that he's done, which is being subsidized by Winston, as he started an operation and it became, with one person, it became a global phenomenon, which we see in the end credits scene. And he attributes the Ghostbusters to really his success, mainly because of they taught him not to be afraid. He was just a guy looking for a job, but being a Ghostbuster made him realize he had the talent, he had the tools, which was nice and awesome. Yes, I know. Spoilers for the end of that part. Most of my stuff's probably going to have some spoilers, so bad news there. So what do we have? Egon has apparently found where a cult person has set up shop on a mountain in Somerville, Oklahoma. He spends pretty much a lot of that time. He's left the Ghostbusters. Apparently, I'm guessing he got married, but maybe he just had a girlfriend and got pregnant with her. And, she eventually had kids. She doesn't know anything about him. The grandparents don't know anything about it, or the grandkids don't know anything about him. So Egon was giving up a lot because he really believed in what he was doing. Ultimately, Egon dies in the beginning of the movie. His daughter comes up with her grandkids after being evicted from Chicago apartment. So they go up to Oklahoma. It's a little area in the sticks with their the farm that time forgot. I'm quoting TMNT's Casey Jones there. And as things go on, they start to notice Phoebe is really the one, you can tell, is very much like her grandfather. Trevor's a good kid. Don't get me wrong. Actually, very nice kid. But he has more of a mechanical aptitude, it seems, where she's more of the scientist with her kind of tongue-in-cheek, dry mentality, very similar to, in the glasses, very similar to Egon. I thought that was fantastic. I thought Trevor just being a fish out of water in his area there, trying to hit on a girl and everything, get a job, but still trying to press, they're having times, but they're trying to make the best of it. It's not one of those whiny things where city kids end up in the sticks and, well, yeah, they bitch, but at least they're trying to make the best of it. So that was a really good thing. That was really good early on. We meet that they're in summer school. We meet Paul Ruddman's character, who's a seismologist. Him and Phoebe just hit it along great. They're both scientists. I love the joke where he's like, I've been trying to triangulate the seismic activity. Did you use 3 sides? Yes, I know how a triangle works. Oh, I thought you were being obtuse. I mean, I'm not even a science guy, and even I got the joke there. I just thought it was funny. I like the chemistry between Trevor and the young girl. I can't think of her name. Who he works with. They have a fun chemistry. Yeah, obviously it's pretty plain. He's hitting on her and he wants her to like him. But, they don't treat him as an outsider per se. They actually tend to be warming and say, hey, okay, hey, come here. Chill out, let's have some fun. Kind of thing. It was actually pretty good. I like that fact. They get to the mountain eventually. They find that, oh shit, bad stuff's happening, ghosts are coming. And we get a lot of callbacks. We get a lot of Easter eggs. We get a lot of things with like the red phone, Ecto 1, some of the music, just some of the references that were happening. Absolutely a lot of fun. I'm not surprised when I found out that the mother and Paul Rudd's character were going to be the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper. It kind of really made sense about 20, 30 minutes in, I was like, I see where they're going with this. That was fun. They really did a good job with Gozer, bringing Gozer back the way they did. Obviously, I don't think it was the same actor unless they de-aged her, but looked pretty good. The cameos of our Ghostbusters was just absolutely fun. Just absolutely fun. It's hilarious these guys haven't done these characters in, 30, whatever it's been, 30 years. And, some of these actors that do really well, they just slip back into these characters. And all 3 of them did well. I mean, I really believe they were all the same characters. Ultimately, the battle is won. It looks like we have a new generation of Ghostbusters. And with the end credit scene with Winston being as wealthy as he is, looks like he's got some plans for the future. Overall, folks, this movie was made, I think, a lot due to the backlash of the 2016 movie. I think that it mainly has to do with the fact that movie had an agenda that was not on par with fans, whereas this movie was basically giving fans service, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with going in a new direction, but still giving the old fans. This is kind of one of those cross-generational things where old fans can watch it and enjoy it for what it is. New fans can watch it and then maybe get back into, and maybe if they haven't seen it, watch the first 2 movies, which I think is fantastic. That's the way we should be with movies. Be able to cross-generation them, not just make a movie like these agenda-driven fucks are. It's like, I'm going to make a movie about shit going on right now. Okay, great. How's that movie going to last in about 50, 60 years? You think anybody's going to watch it? I think that people will be watching Ghostbusters 1 and 2 for a very long time, and I think they will find Ghostbusters Afterlife a very well done part to the series. And if they can do more, I actually would like to see more. But if not, I thought it was definitely a great way to cap it off as a nice trilogy. All right, folks, my thoughts on Ghostbusters Afterlife in under 10 minutes.